Hola amigos, welcome to a new mod spotlight. We're gonna take a look today at the mod AbyssalCraft by Shinoow, and this is a very cool mod. This is version, by the way, 1.9.3, so if you're playing in a newer version, I expect that some of the stuff that are new I'm not gonna be in this mod spotlight. But we're gonna take a look at how to start with this mod, how to progress and reach this dark realm where we are right now with the shadow. This is actually the dimension of these shadow creatures that we see in here. So it's a really cool mod, guys. I encourage you to take a look at around in this and see if you enjoy it. If you do, I'm not gonna spoil everything on the mod, but just a warning, of course we're gonna see how to progress and you're gonna see most of the boss in here. What I try to do is not spoil you the fun and how to actually kill them or etc., but to give you an idea how to progress and reach to the end of this mod that is really fun, and it will be a great addition to any mod pack. You can currently find it actually in the all the mods mod pack right now that we're playing on the server. So I hope you enjoy it and see you in a bit. So one of the first things you're gonna need to do when you want to start with AbyssalCraft is craft yourself a Necronomicon. This is gonna be your guide on everything AbyssalCraft. You get your first achievement doing this, and in here you can read not only the informations about the patrons and the AbyssalNomicon, the gods, so a little bit of lore in this, but also everything you can find in the overworld about materials, how to progress, entities, special materials, armors, tool, etc. So the first time you play this, I encourage you to read all these manual, because that's the way I did actually this mod spotlight. Okay, but I'm gonna take you first on what materials and what biomes you can find in the overworld first to get yourself your first gateway key that is gonna open, and how to craft it and how to get it to open the first dimension on this amazing mod. You can find places like this. This is a village spawn in almost very near this first biome that you will find. This is a plain, what is called a Darkland Plains, and you can see the materials used in here are all from this mod. The Darkstone Cobblestone. You have the Darkland Oak Wood, which are really good looking. I'm not using any textures here, by the way. These are the planks. This soil remind you of Curse Earth a little bit. And yeah, this old town is made with blocks on the AbyssalCraft blocks, actually. And we even have a chest probably here. So let's take a look. We have some cobblestone to iron. These are upgrades that we're gonna talk about it a little bit later. But there you go, you have a town, a village like this, and you have your first biome that is gonna be this one here. So in this kind of biomes, you can find the dark oak wood that you can actually get for yourself, and you can build stuff in there, and not only that, you can use it as well to get some planks, and they're very nice looking blocks, especially this one here. But also when you go mining, you will find other stuff in this biome. You see the water looks a little bit different than the regular vanilla water. So when you're exploring one of these biomes, you can find the Darkstone, this one here, that you can use, and you can see I have blindness right now, and that's because there's another mob very near. Darkstone Cobblestone, You can also find a Niter ore. You can find Abyssal ore as well. This one here. And you can find Corallium ore that will give you these Corallium gems. You can also find these Abyssal zombies. And look what happened if I go where a regular zombie is. Actually, let me go this way. You will see that... Oh my god. Yeah, this is not a good idea, but sometimes what just happened is that they will try to kill the regular zombies first and leave you alone. You can also find these guys. These are dead ghouls. Depth ghouls. And he's stuck in there. There you go. You kill them and you get this Corallium Plague flesh on a bone. Sometimes you can even find this guy, Mr. Wilson. He's an advanced depth ghoul. So you have to pay attention to this guy. And let's see. He's gonna drop also some more. Did I got it? Or it was burned? Corallium Plague flesh on a bone. You can also find Pete. This is another evolved version of those ghouls. And you can find also Dr. Orange. Let me open up in here a little bit so you can see it. You're gonna find also this kind of biome. This is a Corallium infested swamp. And look what I found in here. These two are anti-chickens. Are different from the regular chickens, of course. And when you kill them, let me see. They're gonna drop anti-chicken. There was also around here, let me see if I can find it again. Yeah, there's a cave right there. And I just saw in this cave an anti-bat. Look at this one. Besides all the regular mobs that you're gonna see around, you have the anti-bat as well. A little bit stronger than the regular bat, actually. You may also find some shadow creatures like these ones. And you better kill them. These guys gonna drop something that you're gonna absolutely need, and unfortunately that one didn't drop. There you go. Now these creatures are gonna spawn these, drop these shadow fragments. Also in this cave I found this in here, and I think that's this is gonna be a very good time to talk about the antimatter. So if we take, for example, a bucket, let's go creative, and let's grab one. You'll see it won't replenish like water, but you have yourself a liquid antimatter bucket. Now let's grab some cows, and you will see what happens when a cow get into that water. You become an anti-cow. A pig. It's now an anti-pig. You already saw the chicken. So what happened when a zombie touched that water? You get an anti-zombie. When a creeper touched that water, you get an anti-creeper. And watch out with those guys. Those guys, the explosion is really big. So, how big is the explosion of a creeper? That's the explosion of a creeper. How big is the explosion of an anti-creeper? Whoops. Let me deal with this spider first. That's the explosion of an anti-creeper. What happened to a skeleton? An anti-skeleton. A dead ghoul. An anti-ghoul. A spider. An anti-spider. And what happens if I step into the antimatter? How long we're gonna survive? Let's find out. Not very long. Once you go back to recover your things, when you die, you find yourself an anti-player. You can kill him to recover, of course, your possessions. In this case, thank you very much for my sword. So, what happened when an anti-cow find a cow? Whoa! That's what happened. So watch out with those anti that they don't find themselves with others like that. Let's see the chicken. And by the way, when I touch that, you can see everything that I get. So I better drink a little bit of milk. Wow. So what happened when a villager touch the antimatter? You have a remnant. And you can right click. Oh my god, I cannot understand anything. But at one point we'll be able to actually talk to these guys. Let me actually put something there. Look how he tried to grab me. And he will drop sometimes some remnant scales. Right, so that antimatter have different effects depending on the liquid it touch. And there's also a liquid corallium bucket, but this one we're gonna find in the first dimension, so I'm not gonna mention it right now. But if I let the antimatter touch the lava, you will see it generate cobblestone when it's touching it like that, but when touch the source, you get obsidian. If you do it the other way, like this, you will get a cobblestone generator. If you get the antimatter touch the water, you get a pack ice generator, which is really nice. And the other way, I don't know exactly what happened, but something like this. You get, I don't know what it is, but that's what happened. Okay, so now that we explore everything we need to explore in the overworld, and we got a bunch of materials, let's see what we can do with them. Normally, those rotten anti-flesh, anti-plague, all these, you can use them to make some potions, but also you can transmutate once you get to the first dimension, so you can do this. Because in order to do this, you need the liquid corallium bucket and these corallium bricks. So you can create some potions and also the regular versions of these. In here we have the anti-pork, anti-beef is exactly the same. Now we have also the eldritch scale from the villagers, and they're gonna help you out to make the Abyssal Nomicon, but that's way later in the mod. Also, we have the darkstone cobblestone that we can use to make decoration blocks, as well as some tools, as you can see in here, and also the darkstone sword. But you're gonna need this darkstone pickaxe as well. Well, actually, no, you don't need it, but it's good to have that option. Abyssal tin ore is one that you get. You can use it to get Abyssal Need ingots, which at the same turn you get some blocks, you get some armor, and this is the one, Abyssal Need pickaxe, you will need probably once you go to the first dimension. But it's cool to have the armor of using these ingots as well. So you can see, and there are some upgrades. These upgrades you can apply to your diamond armor, for example, or tools, and it will give you the version of the Abyssal Need shovel, for example, from the diamond. So this goes from diamond to Abyssal Need. There is another one like this, the gold to diamond, iron to gold, cobblestone to iron, and wood to cobblestone. And this is the version that you can actually craft. So very nice way to upgrade your armor. You have niter as well. It will help you out to give to have a gunpowder, so you can craft like that. And this I'm not gonna talk about the crystallization for now. The corallium gem is really important because this one here is gonna you can combine in clusters like this, for example 3 or 2, and in a combination, when you put 9 in here in a row surrounded by these, you get the corallium infused stone. And the corallium infused stone you have to cook to get the corallium pearl. Remember, we're trying to craft the gateway key, the first key to go to the first dimension. So blaze rods, 2 corallium pearls, and now we have to focus on this in here. This is the first rituals that you're gonna have to make. Remember that also we have the Necronomicon. In order to get to the second dimension, we're gonna need the Abyssal Wasteland Necronomicon that is crafted like this, then the Dreadlands, then the Omothal, and then the Abyssal Nomicon. That's the latest on this. So once you get this also as well, you're gonna need a lot of shadow fragments as well. These in here, remember, are dropped from the shadow figures, shadow mobs, and you can combine them, 9 of these fragments to get a gem shard, and 9 of these gem shards to get the shadow gem. This we're gonna talk a little bit about it once we visit the first dimension. But I'm mentioning that because in order to get the Oblivion Catalyst, you're gonna need these shards of Oblivion, and you need those shadow gems to do that, like you can see. And in here, to get also these, you need the Transmutation Gem, that is also a ritual that we're gonna talk about it right now. Alright, so to start with the rituals, you have to do something very similar like this. 2 in between, and then something like that. You can use only cobblestone or darkstone cobblestone when you're doing a ritual in the overworld. When you right click the stone in the middle, shift right click, sorry, there you go, you get the ritual altar and all these pedestals around. Okay, and your first achievement. Now bear in mind that if you do it like this and you shift right click on this one, it's not forming because there is grass in between these. So you need this in here, something like that, completely clear. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a 7 by 7 square plus 3 on the sides like this. So that needs to be clear in order to get the ritual. Now you can see I use cobblestone on this one, but I can also use darkstone cobblestone and even use some decorations. For example, I can do it like this and make it look at least a little prettier. So you can do something like so maybe, and then put the cobblestone. So what's important is what is in the level of the pedestal, that has to be clear. But now we can use our Necronomicon to shift right click And there you have it. We have a nice little portal, little ritual altar in here with the pedestal. Okay, so we're almost there. We have the altar. You can decorate however you want. We need to craft the key. This one in here. So we know how to get blaze rod from the nether, corallium pearls we know. Now what we need is actually to make these shards of oblivion. For that we're gonna need this shadow gem that we already know how to make, and the transmutation gem is just like this. So I have all the materials, and we're gonna be missing only one important thing that we're gonna talk about it in a second. So I can put in the four corners the blaze powder, the ender pearl, the diamond, and the corallium pearl. But the problem right now is that if we take a look at the gateway and the transmutation gem, you will see that the location can be anywhere, so we're okay to do this ritual in the overworld. But we need 300 PE in order to get this transmutation gem. So let's talk about the PE and how do we get it. So in the overworld you will find these kind of structures that spawn, and this is the ideal location, by the way, when they spawn real near the water. And we can take a look inside. Let me actually grab some torches. If we take a look inside, you will see what it is in here. So we have a bunch of these creatures, and also this Shogat biomass. That's the one responsible for spawning these creatures, by the way. But let's go to another location that I found, also another one of these, so I don't have to build anything in here. This is another weird structure, but it's the same actually, just spawn in a different place and location, and I block it just so they don't start getting out. But you can see from what we have in here, these are the guys that are gonna, you need actually to lure them out. So if you go like this, you can see they will start following you. And what's good about that is that they will start transforming the ground. Oh man, this one is fast. The idea is not to actually kill them. Just run away and try to make them do this. Now this is gonna slow you down little by little, of course. But just, you need a lot of this. I'm just gonna go creative for now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spawn a bunch of these guys, because that's what I should try to do, is just lure them all from there. And you see how they kill the animals, they kill everything around. I'm just gonna spawn a bunch and we'll see what happens. Oh, there you go. So as you can see, they spawned this monolith and there's a statue on top of that. And they will keep spawning these monolith and statues. There you go, we have another one right there. But you can see that this guy starts to spread around, chasing for animals. They can actually climb the trees and climb this monolith as well. But they're gonna start converting everything in here on this kind of ooze. So watch out, and if you see one of those place it, just block it out. Especially if you have a construction nearby, because they're gonna destroy everything. Look at that, we have another monolith right there, and they will start keep building those monoliths, which is good for us. But because what we need is actually, with a regular pickaxe you can actually grab these statues. So we have that one there, we have another one right here. So there are different kind of statues. This I think is the same. Yeah, it's the same one as this one. But we'll see that we're gonna need those statues for getting that PE that we talk about. This you see on the Necronomicon, it says 0 of 5,000 PE right now. Let's go back home. Okay guys, so now that we have all the statues that we have in here, these by the way are decoration statues. These are the real statues that we got from right over there. You can see that I can take any statues, put it on my crafting, and have a decorative Chulu statue. This is purely decoration and won't do anything. Okay, and if I actually take it from there, I can use it as a decoration, but if I put it back on the crafting grid, I get the statue back that really has the effects that we need. Because we need to use those statues to get some P that we're gonna have to put in there in the Necronomicon. When you go here, and potential energy is what it means, the P. Now, we need to do something that is going to help you. For example, the energy pedestal. Now, it's not necessarily, but it will help you out. For example, if I grab one of the statues, and before doing that, let's craft this in here. This is the monolith stone that you get from the pillars where you get the statues. So when you put 4 in there, you craft a monolith stone pillar that I have already 4 here, for example. So I can put it in there, and I can put the statue on top of it. Okay. Now, right now the statue can actually give you effects. When you see my Necronomicon doesn't have any PE right now, but if I hold it in here, you will see that it will start getting some PE right there, and also you start getting effects in there, but we have 10 PE right now. Now, having a bunch of statues like these and only holding the book is not going to be the best way to get more PE, but at the beginning maybe it's the only options you have. So right now what I'm going to do is just remove the statue for now. Weakness is still on me. And you can craft this in here. This is the energy pedestal that you need: the Mulberry Stone, the Shadow Gem, and the Corallian Pearl. And you can use it, for example, if I put it in there, I put the statue in there, I can just leave my book in there, and it will start grabbing PE from the statue and put it there. Of course, the more statues that we have, the more bad effect we can have as well. Like, for example, rain is one of the effects as well. And let me put that one there. Let me put this statue over there. So they look really cool for decorative purposes as well. You can use them. So let's grab the book, and you will see actually the energy. We already have 61. Let me actually turn the weather clear right now. Because there's a lot of bad effects that you can have actually in there. Now we have other stuff. For example, we have the sacrificial altar that you can craft like so. Okay. Now the sacrificial altar, you can put it also. Let's put it right there for now. And you have also these ritual charms that you can craft. Very easy to craft, but in order to get this by itself is not going to do anything. In order to get more range, this altar will read the statue in a 3x3 area only. So to get more range, to get more duration, to get more power, you have to do rituals in order to get these different charms. Okay. So let's spawn a pig, and you will see that when I spawn the pig, it has some burning in him, which means that the sacrificial statue is pointing at him. So I'm gonna just kill it, and that kill will actually generate PE for our Necronomicon, and we have already 200 in there. Now there are other energy pedestals, like you can see in here, and other sacrificial altars. The only ones you can do at this point in the overworld are these two. This overworld energy pedestal is crafted like this. With also you need a ritual, and the overworld sacrificial altar you can also craft it like this with another ritual. These are the only two that you need. that you can craft actually, and will be like better version of these two. The other ones are depending of the dimension. This is the next one, and the next dimension, because some rituals you can only do in their respective dimensions. Okay, so we're trying to do this transmutation gem that is like this. Okay, and we need 300 PE in order to do that. Remember, we're doing that because it's part of this in here, the Shard of Oblivion. So we need to do 4 of these to get 4 transmutation gem to get 4 of this Shard of Oblivion. Okay, so let's see how much we have right now. We have 300. So it is what actually we need, at least for 300. So now that I have this, let's actually gonna go creative to go straight to this part in here. And I already have the components in there to do. And I'm gonna go once more in survival. And just double check always before you do anything. The location, the components, and the required energy that you need. So we have everything that we need. I'm just gonna shift right click on this one and just hear the sound in there. It's draining. And there you go. We have our first transmutation gem. So we're gonna need to do these 3 more times, and I'll be right back. Sometimes when you're trying to get the PE, the gods are gonna be mad, but this is good. I'm trying to get, for my Necronomicon, I'm trying to get 5,000 PE right now. So this is good that we get these creatures, but these creatures are gonna drop those shards. So we have a shadow beast in here. I should probably get a better weapon right now, but you can see they drop these shadow gem shards, which is really good. And the best way to get those shards is if you're lucky and you get also the gems. Remember, these gems actually are 9 of these, and these at the same time are 9 of the fragments. So it's really good to kill these creatures to get more of that. But one of the best ways to get these also is if you find a spawner of these shadow creatures in the overworlds, in those biomes. And I was lucky enough in one of my series to find one of those, so really cool. Okay, so I'll keep doing this, and let's see how hard. I put a little bit more statues, and I put an overworld energy pedestal. So if we can take a look at that, we already have 500. I just put it a second ago. Okay, so now that we have 5,000 PE on our Necronomicon, it's time to craft the Oblivion Catalyst. Now we only need 1 more of this Shard of the Oblivion that we crafted, and I'll show right here. So you get 4 of these, you craft the Shard of Oblivion, the last one goes right here. So we have 4 in the corners, 4 redstone, and Eye of Ender in the middle, with 5,000 PE, and always verify if you're missing something. So location can be anywhere, so overworld is okay. Require energy 5,000, that we already have, and sacrifice require actually. So you need to put or bring any animals or something like that. Just put it in there. Go ahead and shift right click this, and the ritual will start. Everything is gonna be draining from your Necronomicon. And there you have it. Right now we have the Oblivion Catalyst, and this slowness was applied to me also in these rituals. Now with this Oblivion Catalyst, you put on your crafting table to get the gateway key. So finally, right now, we can go to the first dimension. But before we go, it's always a good idea to go prepare. This Abyssal Need Sword you can craft with the Abyssal Ingots, and remember, you can get them from... remember, you can get it from Abyssal Need Ore. You can cook that to get that ore and get this. But also you can get a nice armor here. So let me grab these. There you go, and we'll change armors for this, and you can see that the helmet and the boots actually give you some effects. The slowness is applied, I think. I don't know why I still have slowness, but Abyssal Need boots give me speed, and the helmet itself give me water breathing, and I think they remove before it will actually give you night vision as well. But anyway, let's go ahead, use your gateway key to right click anywhere on the ground like so, and you will see we'll have the first portal to the first dimension on AbyssalCraft. We can just jump in, and it's a good idea if you go there to actually enchant everything and go prepare not only with a sword but with a knight, crossbow if you're playing with other mods, or any kind of range weapon. And we'll jump right there, but that's gonna be actually, guys, for the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed this first part, how to progress on AbyssalCraft. Next episode, we're gonna go to the first dimension. I hope you enjoy it, and see you next time. Bye bye.